Hello, thank you all who are watching this video. And as you can see behind me, I'm present here with some useful and interesting topic. And this topic is really going to be very much beneficial for school students and college students, especially management students and engineering students, even some new learners who join the corporate and working executives, and it's going to be beneficial for them. The topic I am going to share with you is how to improve your presentation skills. So working on presentation skill is a very and highly demanded aspect in corporate sector. So we will talk about this today. And even it's very essential for school students, college students, because somehow they are supposed to present themselves at some place at various levels, and so it's very essential for us all. So without wasting time, I'm going to start a particular topic, but before that, do share the video so that it may be helpful for the needy people. Thank you very much. Now let us talk about the stages of effective presentation. If someone wants to make his or her presentation effective, what may be the ways? How can he or she do this? Let's talk about this. The first thing comes introduction. One should know about the topic, and accordingly he or she should plan the introduction. The deeper you understand the topic, what I'm saying, first of all, you should know it. Know the topic. What exactly the topic is. If you do not understand about the topic, you cannot speak about the topic. It's very essential to know it, to package it. Package means to make it ornamental. There are people, your audiences get spellbound with this. So you need to work like that, and then deliver it and control. So what I'm telling, when you know the topic, you can prepare a very fine introduction. What is it about? What your topic wants to say. You need to relate or connect the topic with the audience need. If it is not useful for me, if it is not useful for you, why would we be listening? We would not be listening the particular lecture if it is not interesting, it is not useful for me. So it should be useful for me somehow. So how you started, it really matters. That comes to subject matter. What your topic is about. What are the pros and cons, do's and don'ts. Why I should accept it, why I shouldn't accept it. Think over it. When I say know it, means think over it and relate yourself with the topic, relate others with the topic, and what is the significance of the particular topic, the particular moment, and the particular place. You need to understand it. Let's talk about the conclusion. Conclusion is something where you summarize the topic, conclude it. When you give the sum up, okay, it is useful because this reason, it is not useful because this reason, we should accept it for this reason, we shouldn't accept for this reason. In this way, you can prepare stages of effective presentation, and work on it, you'll get results. Now move for the next slide, and that is, okay, this slide is even beneficial because it's talk about the 5 P's of presentation. It talks about the 5 P's of presentation. Okay, so let's start with the 5 P's. The first one is project. Project, direct your voice to the audience. Now learn to adjust your voice volume according to your audience. Think over it. If your audience are the persons who are listening you, sitting so close to you, just next to you, your voice should be soft and slow. If you're speaking so loud and the person is sitting next to you will not be happy, it would be irritating, it will like noise, isn't it? Now, on the other hand, if the person is sitting far away from you, or speaking so slow. The person cannot listen you well. If the person cannot listen, he or she cannot get the masses, and then your presentation is not useful. It goes useless. So you must understand, you must learn to adjust your voice according to audience. As your audience are sitting, you need to vary the volume of your voice. Let us talk about pronounce. Okay, it's very important. Each and every word should be clear. When you speak out, your words should be clear. You pronounce clearly. You speak anything, the audience cannot listen, cannot understand, it's not going to be useful. It's not going to be effective presentation. So whenever you plan your presentation, practice to pronounce the words clearly. And the third one, that is pace. Speak little faster than a normal. What your normal pace is, just try to keep it faster, because people don't like listening to boring lectures. And you must have seen, oh, stop it, it's so boring. You must have heard people saying, oh, you are lecturing me. It's like sometimes when parents or when teachers teach children, they try to educate them, they try to share some knowledge. They say, oh, stop lecturing, I don't like it, it's boring. So at the moment, you need to be a little faster than a normal, because it connects the people quickly with the understanding. Let's talk about pitch. Now, it is very important. Now, you need to keep your tone right, because it makes the things interesting. Okay, I share with you one story, and you can understand that why it is important to understand all the aspects of communication, including expressions, body language, pitch, pace, pronunciation. If you do not connect all these things or cannot relate with your audience, it's not going to be useful. Your presentation will not be effective in any way. Let me share with you. Suppose I'm sharing with you a story. There is a deep forest, and there live a very dangerous creature, and he's very dangerous, he's very ferocious. His name is Lion, and he is also the king of the jungle. And there are some wolves also, and there are some jackals, there are some foxes also. Oh, I'm pronouncing in this way. Okay, now if I say like this, I add all the things, all the ingredients, so-called, all the ingredients, like we prepare some dish and we add ingredients in the same way. I speak like this. There was a dense and deep forest, and there lives a very ferocious animal, the king of the forest, lion. And there were some animals like wolves, rhinoceros, elephants, and the king was very ferocious. All the animals were scared of him. Did you see that I'm presenting in different way when I'm using all these P's? When I'm using all these P's, my presentation becomes little effective. When I'm not using, it falls flat on the audience. Audience will not appreciate in any way. Now, last but not the least, pause. Pauses are really very important. Pauses, you need to understand when to stop, so that the audience can understand the gap and he or she can relate, oh, this particular information is connected with this information. I believe you understand these 5 P's. Now I move for the next slide without wasting time. Okay, now the next slide says, speak what the audience will understand. That's very important. If you're speaking something that your audience are not understanding, then again your presentation is useless. It's not going to be effective anyway. Now, how it is, I'm saying, like for example, I am going to make the same video in Hindi as well. Its Hindi version is available in my channel, because there are some people who understand Hindi well. They can understand how can they make the presentation effective. It is for people who can understand English, but I will be uploading Hindi version as well so that others can understand. Now see, add a story, relate your topic with certain story which is connected with the audiences. You have to understand, when you know a topic, you create a story. Okay, like you are speaking about the pollution, you can say that there was a boy and there was much pollution in his city, so he got sick and he went to the doctor, and doctor told that you are sick because of water pollution. The water is polluted in your area, and that is the reason of illness. So now the people can understand that pollution can make people ill, and everyone falls ill. Sometimes we eat outside stuff, like on the road with the hawkers, they sell lot many things, and we go and we simply eat. And when we eat polluted things, we fall sick. Okay, now patience with the dedication, it's very important. You have to be calm, cool and patient. When you are presenting, don't be in a hurry. Don't think what others are thinking. Think what you are thinking, what exactly you know. It is your duty to present your knowledge and your topic, your presentation to the audience. They are eagerly waiting to listen to you. Your audience is not sitting to say anything or to think anything. Their perceptions, their ideologies, what they are thinking, it all depends on your presentation. They are just waiting eagerly to listen to you and to adopt and to get something very interesting from you. So you have to keep this thing in brain. Relax yourself. Whatever the ways you can relax yourself. Take a long breath. Don't think much. If you have planned well, if you are prepared, okay, and then just be relaxed and interact instead of stating. Don't go in lecturing method. I told you earlier that it should be interacting. You can ask questions to the audience. You can even raise questions. You can even say, you can even call them to speak their own experiences. That's also a very effective way of presentation. Go step by step. You have made certain steps. Like a slide has certain steps I'm following. In the same way, you should go step by step. Okay. Conclusion should be impressive. It is also very important. When you conclude your topic, it should be very impressive, and it should be like giving a message or motivating others. Somehow, it may become the inspiration for many people when you are, concluding the particular topic. So now, without wasting time, we move for the next slide. Okay, that the everything matters, especially with your voice. Using a voice, use a voice. Your voice is really effective. Suppose if I say like this, I stand and I am just going to present something. I am saying like this. If I do not add sound, if I do not add my voice, how will you understand what I want to convey? Now see, speak loudly. Your voice should be clear. Don't speak loud when the audience is sitting just next to you. Speak slowly and clearly. Don't go so fast. Your voice should be slow and clear. Don't rush. Don't be in a hurry. I told you, have patience. Keywords are important. Use pauses. As you plan, you set certain keywords, and you know when to stop. After every particular paragraph, you need to take certain pauses. Okay, you can even draft the script as well. Who they are not comfortable, who they don't think quickly, or they are not habitual for speaking, they can initially draft certain scripts, and scripts are going to help you a lot. Like a lot many YouTubers and people who are new, they prepare the scripts. Even who they are seniors, they also prepare the scripts and they follow the scripts. And like certain speakers who they speak naturally, they don't use these scripts because they plan everything in their brain. Okay, but as you are not perfect, you need to take the help of a script, and when you write, writing makes you perfect. If you're writing your presentation or you are making some PPTs, that's also going to be a very effective way to initiate the presentation. Okay, thank you very much for listening me patiently. I believe that this particular video must have been very useful for you, and it's going to help you in all the ways learning about the presentation. So stay motivated, stay connected, do share and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you next video. Have a nice day.